In this video we're going to carry out an empirical formula calculation. I'm going to show you the routine. So we've got the question here. It says what is the empirical formula for a compound containing 0.62 grams of phosphorus and 2.13 grams of chlorine. So to do this we're going to use a triangle. This hopefully is a triangle you've got in your memory. So the number of moles is the mass divided by the mass of a mole. And this is going to help us to structure our initial working out for this question. So our first job is we write down the symbols for the two elements that we've got in this example that are going to form the empirical formula. So we've got phosphorus and we've got chlorine. So using the triangle, we're going to write down the mass first. So the mass from the question, so over here, let's write down that we're recording the mass. And it says there is 0.62 grams of phosphorus and 2.13 grams of chlorine. Now the next step, if we've got the mass, is we want to write down the mass of 1 mole, and then that will allow us to find the number of moles. So the mass of 1 mole, because they're elements, is from the periodic table. It's the relative atomic mass. So we look at the periodic table, we find phosphorus, its relative atomic mass is 31, and chlorine is 35.5. So that is the relative atomic mass, which is the mass of 1 mole according to the triangle. Now that we have the mass and the mass of 1 mole, we can calculate the number of moles. So my next step is number of moles. And to do that, as you can see here, it's the mass divided by mass of 1 mole, and this is why we've written it down this way. So it's 0.62 divided by 31. So I'm going to write that down to remind myself. 0.62 divided by 31. And doing the same on this side, it's 2.13 divided by 35.5. So now it's time to get your calculators out. If you get your calculators out, you can see, or you should be able to find, that this is 0.02 and this side equals 0.06. So now we've calculated the number of moles. What we have to do is to get these into whole numbers is we divide by the smallest number. So our next step is divide by smallest number. Okay, so the smallest number of these two numbers here is 0.02. So I do 0.02 divided by 0.02, and that's going to equal 1. And this side I've got 0.06, so divide by the smallest number, 0.02, that's going to equal 3. So these now are my ratios. So phosphorus is 1, chlorine is 3, so my empirical formula is PCl3. Best way to get good at this is to practice it. So in your workbooks there are plenty of questions for you to have a go at and practice and get this routine. We need this format in order to get this right every single time. Good luck.